Hello and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Josh Gundayoglu and I'm your moderator for the day. Over the next 1 hour, the focus will be on impact of tooling in high quality connections, and I'm pleased to introduce our presenter, Siegfried Beck, Narciso Rubia, Ralf Custodis and Stephanie Wilhelm, who will be talking about our high quality connections. We will open up the discussion at the end of the presentation for questions. We will take time to answer each of them. If questions will not be answered within the hour, because of time, we will follow up afterwards via email or telephone. In today's presentation, we will address the following agenda. First, pin insertion, heat shrink, HEMS tooling, and applicators. Let's start looking at T-connectivity as a company. For those of you who are new to T-connectivity, we are a global industrial technology leader in sensor and connector technology, committed to unleashing the potential of every connection. Our 8,000 engineers serve customers in more than 150 countries. In fact, we manufacture more than 270 billion products each year to enable high-tech applications that are advancing the future of transportation, making factories and homes smarter, enabling global communications networks, and reform medical technology, all moving the world forward. So with that said, I will hand over to our first presenter and will come back to you to open up for questions at the end. Siegfried, if you will start now.
Yes, thank you, Koshkun. Good morning, everybody. My name is Siegfried Beck, and I'm Global Product Manager for the product lines Pin Insertion, Connector Seating, and Heat Shrink within Application Tooling. Today, I will focus on Pin Insertion only. I'm with TE since 15 years, always working in different functions inside of our Application Tooling business unit. As mentioned, I focus on Pin Insertion, and I will give you a short overview over our capabilities of the Pin Insertion product line. In total, we have currently 5 different machines varying in grade of automation and performance. That allows us to provide a highly customized solution fitting exactly to your specifications and needs. Here you see the 5 machines. On the left side, the P100, which is a semi-automatic system, which can be equipped with maximum 2 insertion heads and is running at a speed of 1.5 insertion strokes per second. The PCBs must be loaded manually, or the plastic housings. All the other machines are fully automated. The P280 can be equipped with maximum 2 heads, runs at a speed of 2.5 strokes up to 2.8 strokes. It is E-line capable and also possible to run in a bidirectional mode. P300 can be equipped with up to 4 heads, at 3 strokes per second. And the other 2 machines are our high-speed machines. Both can run at 5 strokes per second. Both are E-line capable, both are bidirectional capable. The only difference is the P300 is P360 is pretty small, can be equipped with only 1 head. P550 is a little bit bigger and can be equipped with up to 4 insertion heads. The video is implemented to demonstrate how the process looks like. In our machines, we generally move the PCB or the pallets with plastic parts into which we insert contacts. The active tool is in the center and does not move in XY direction. You see a P550 with 3 heads on a tool changer to insert 3 different contact types in one run. The PCB is loaded automatically, moved to a camera position to measure the exact position of the PCB on our XY table after clamping and before inserting. After that, the insertion process starts. After finishing the first contact type, the tool changer brings the second tool into the operation position and the second contact is processed. At the end, the PCB is handed over to a downline machine. The next PCB can be loaded simultaneously and the process is repeated. The machine runs at a speed of 5 insertions per second in the video. By using the triple mode feature, we can insert of up to 15 contacts per second under certain conditions. Here you see some product samples only to demonstrate a small portion of the huge variance of our different products we can process. Here you see a spring contact which is inserted completely into a PCB. The next picture shows a PCB which is used for a fuse box manufactured inside of TE, and all the contacts are fuse holding contacts which need to be soldered. Here you see an F-post contact where the connecting area is in parallel to the PCB shape and not upright, what is more common. This is a really typical PCB with several connectors, with several different contact sizes. The next one shows not a PCB, but a plastic housing where we inserted contacts. Once again, an F-post contact, a contact where we bend. This is a PCB to PCB connector where we stitched and bent. And yeah, various different contact types, sockets, and so on. On this slide, I show some examples of non-PCB applications where we stitch contacts into plastic housings. Several of them show press fit zones to be connected to a PCB in a subsequent process. Insertion in 180-degree arrangements is as well possible as insertion of contacts which are bent before stitching. In the right picture, you see examples which do not process contacts for PCBs, but only stitch them into plastic bodies for different applications. In this case, we also helped our customers to design their product in a way that the contacts can be processed automatically. Our know-how in stamping of contacts helped beside our knowledge in automation. On this slide, I want to give you an impression of the high variance of different contacts that can be processed on our systems. And I can say proudly that our tool concept allows the highest flexibility in the market for different contact types. You see here standard press fit contacts, pins and tabs, socket contacts, contacts for soldering, various types of spring contacts, F-posts I mentioned already, and also continuous wire contacts which are not stamped but which are manufactured from a simple wire. And at the end, I must point out that we are able to process, of course, TE contacts, but also non-TE contacts. In total, we have shipped 500 machines into over more than 31 countries to more than 100 customers within the last 25 to 30 years. So I'm sure we have the highest machine base running at our customers. Our service is well prepared for supporting you in any region. We have 3 service centers in US, in EMEA, and in Asia and China, with a lot of highly educated field service engineers on our machines. We can provide a ticket system for a proper follow-up of your cases. We have a 24-hour hotline with a qualified callback within 2 hours. We can provide service contracts and also very important during Corona times, a remote control where we can support you in terms of remote access, helping programming, and so on. Therefore, we normally use TeamViewer and VPN connections. Our service centers also provide regional spare parts stocks and training for the customers' teams. The next slide shows the tool modularity. Here in the center, you see a base tool with an assembled conversion kit. The base tool normally keeps staying in the machine, and the conversion kit, which is also visible here, is the contact-specific part of our tool, which can be exchanged easily within 5 minutes to be able to run a different contact type on the same machine. These base tools, in terms of multi-head machines, are then assembled on a tool changer, where we can have up to 4 tools. The next 2 slides show another 2 applications, which of course represent only a very small section of applications we have provided machines for. Nevertheless, it shows the flexibility and modularity of our concept. In the first video, you see a P360 inserting loose piece screwing sockets, which are pressed into a PCB at a force of up to 5 kilonewtons. The parts themselves are not fed from a carrier strip, but from a bowl feeder, which is located on the rear side of the machine. You can see 2 different insertion speeds. It was a special customer request, by the way, to have a constant insertion speed at 4 millimeters per second during the actual insertion process. The machine itself is, of course, able to do it faster. Therefore, you can see in the second sequence of the video a speed of 14 millimeters per second, which finally creates an insertion rate of 1 insertions per second. Second video, one moment. Here you see a video sequence showing 2 very interesting features. The first is bending of contacts by 90 degrees before stitching, which can be seen very good in the slow motion section of the video. The contact is provided in a straight shape and bent short before picking and cutting from the carrier strip. Finally, we manufacture here a 2-row 90 degrees connector with various different pre-programmable amount of contacts. The second feature is stitching into connector housings, which are provided on pallets. At the beginning, each single connector position is measured by a camera. Due to the bidirectional pallet handling, we can create a short pallet circling system with a very low amount of pallets. The loading and unloading of the housings onto the pallets must be done outside of our machine. Finally, we see our machines as a platform for different processes and applications, from a standard pin insertion into PCBs, over loose piece handling of various different components like screws, rivets, relays, fuses, and so on, or also adding crimp contacts to flexible flat cables and flexible PCBs. As a summary, we provide our customers a lot of advantages as highest flexibility, lowest changeover times by the usage of the conversion kit concept, highest accuracy in contact position, machines with the smallest footprint, widest range of contact types, accessibility inside the machine for visual process control and maintenance purposes. And of course, a global field service network with highly educated field service engineers in all globally relevant electronic manufacturing regions. That's all from my side. Thank you very much for listening. And now I hand over to the next presenter.
Thank you, Siegfried. I'm going to take over from now. So my name is Stephanie Wilhelm. I'm the Global Product Manager for Applicators, Insertion Extraction Tools, and also for Terminators and magnet wire equipment. Today I'm going to talk more about the Applicators and the Insertion Extraction Tools, and I will give you a short overview of our service. So I will start with the Applicators. Applicators. We do have the ocean applicator tools available, and that is premium quality manufacturing of crimp connections. We offer one platform with a modular family design. We do have two feed unit options, which are mechanical and pneumatic fittings. On the right side, you see some images with the different feed styles. The same feed units can be used on side feed as well as on the end feed applicator styles. All feed units can be easily removed or interchanged if that is needed. We offer two different ram styles, which are called Atlantic and Pacific styles. The same wire crimper, insulation crimper, and anvils can be used on both applicator styles. So our ocean applicators to meet the terminal application specification as well as the OEM requirements. The range, the wire range of the ocean applicators starts at 0.13 and goes up to 10 millimeters square. On the right side, you see an image of our spare tooling. We chrome plate the anvils, we chrome plate the crimpers. We have special materials, very precise tolerances on our toolings, mirrored surfaces, and that leads to a 30% better increase of the tool life. We also offer service options along with our tools. You can order cross-section photos, you can order crimp height capability studies, tensile capability studies as well. On the right, you see a picture of a standard crimp cross-section report. You see a cross-section with crimp height measured as well as width, roll-in, and some particular features. Additionally, you can see that there is a tensile value request on that form as well. So for this particular cross-section photo, 5 tensile values were also added to the picture. So why ocean applicator for TE terminals? All of our tools meet the TE specifications as well as the OEM requirements. One applicator designed for global use for Atlantic and Pacific style terminators. We are best in class in regards of performance as well as quality. We have improved the adjustment features to reduce the setup times, and also we will reduce the time to market because the market demanding less lead times. So we have competitive pricing structure and are flexible on demand. But that is not all. We also offer mini loose piece, mid and large size applicators. The mini loose piece applicators are up to 8 square millimeters. The mid-size wire applicators for loose piece start at 8 to 16 square millimeters, and the strip variant goes up to 25 square millimeters. We also have large wire applicator for strip, which starts at 25 square millimeter up to 50 square millimeter. And we offer mini and mid-size splice applicators, which I will talk a bit more in detail on this page. The splice, mini and mid-size applicators, in this particular case for strip form, can you see on the right side? These applicators do have a robust applicator body, a robust fine adjustment disc, an accurate feeding unit. It fits to most of the common terminators, and these tools can apply through splice, pigtail, and butt terminals. And we would also offer the appropriate terminator along with these applicators. Now I want to talk more about insertion extraction tools. We supply a comprehensive range of insertion extraction tools, which are especially designed to safely insert or remove terminals to or from a connector. The tools are designed to meet the geometry of the connector as well as the terminal. Our standard insertion extraction tool range does not only minimize the potential damage of a component, but also to the operator. So that means we have two position protective cover that can be extracted when the tool is not being used. So you will not damage or deform the tip of the tool, and it's also a safe environment for the operator. Please use our online search and the catalogs that are on the te.com page to find the right tools for your application. Or if you have additional questions, just contact your local TE applicator representative. The tools are designed to meet the TE connectivity terminals as well as the connectors, and we meet the OEM requirements as well. We remove the terminals safely from the cavities because a specific extraction tool is required for every given terminal connector combination. So customers in the field have, for example, also used a simple screwdriver. But if you use that simple screwdriver, you would not know if you might damage some part inside of the connector during the extraction process. So this is why our tools safely support the extraction of the terminals from the connector. We do have an economic design, which is very operator friendly. And as I mentioned, the integrated guard that prevents operators from any injury. So on the right, you see a picture with the cover extended, and you can also, if the tool is being needed, retract the protective cover and use the tool properly. We also offer a huge package of documentation. You can find videos on the te.com webpage, and we also provide training along with the tools, no matter if it's an extraction insertion tool, but also in regards of our applicators in the whole portfolio. I would also like to spend a few words in regards of our value proposition, the service that we offer to our customers. There are 4 pillars on the screen, and I would like to highlight the green pillar. We offer global field service because we have a network globally. So you can get a worldwide support from our technicians. We are a global supplier that offers a complete solution. We offer the tool, we offer the terminal, for example. We also offer our field service engineers and their knowledge and their technical skills and their training. You can directly contact our field service via phone. You can have a face-to-face visit. So if you have any questions in regard of the service, also don't hesitate to contact us. And with that said, I would like to hand over to my colleague, Narciso.
Thank you very much, Steffi. Now, let me present myself. Hello, everybody. My name is Narciso Rubia. I'm the product sales specialist for Raychem heat shrink equipment, and today I want to present our current tooling portfolio. Our first product is the latest release of RBK processors, the X1. Continuing with previous standards set by its predecessors, the X1 follows the same concept, including latest technology: touchscreen display, USB connection, Ethernet port, ensures the widest application range for all products and achieving the shortest customer requirements, and still keeps compatibility with old processors. Heat-shrink tube families like RBK, ILS, and QSZH, ranging sizes from number 1 to 3A, can be easily processed, setting correct time and temperature. There are 3 working modes. Memory buttons out of the touch screen helps quick process selection even with safety gloves. Sequence will run all splices in a single harness one by one, repeating this process for the whole batch. And remote mode will not allow to select any program. Everything will be handled by an external process like an ultrasonic welding machine, ensuring no programming mistakes appear. This processor is intended for single inline splices or small ring terminals. Our second product is a variation from the first one. The RBK X1C is based on the X1, adding an extension able to detect correct splice centering against heating chamber and avoiding wrong tube positioning during shrinking process. Once a splice is properly located, processor positions the tube according to customer adjustments. This can be centered as standard or shift due to uneven splice, and shrinking process will start automatically. In the end, no matter splice shape, result will show a correct splice tube centering in all cases. Here we have 2 improvements: splice tube correct positioning, avoiding quality issues, and automatic start once properly positioned, improving cycle time. X1 Sentry device can be purchased as a whole machine or as an add-on for previous X1 processors. Centering device system is intended for single inline splices. When a special product requires shrink tubing, fixture is needed. Following the successful previous concept from RBK 3 and 4, this fixture is backward compatible. That is, it can be installed on mentioned processors as well as the X1. Installing this fixture will increase the number of splice configurations to be processed. There's a basic version without air cooling and the second one with air cooling included. In this case, customer can select air pressure and time. Here, all products and combinations can be handled. Single side can be mounted on the left or on the right, or 2 wires at the same time, inline or dual stub splice. Even ring terminals can be processed. Support for specific parts can be customized. Next equipment to be processed is the new bell heater family. Bell heaters are designed to process products continuously. Working time is just operator loading time. You can see 3 harnesses being processed at the same time in the picture. Designed with same technology as X1, new XB series include a touch screen and full connectivity, USB for barcode and Ethernet for network connection, as well as an automatic calibration system, making adjustment duty easier than before. Product processing specifications remain the same from previous models 17 and 19. XB19 standard, that is 100 millimeters width, can be converted to wide version, that is 160 millimeters, and vice versa, just replacing heating elements and adjusting side belts. Centering device is also an add-on here, With its module, we ensure the correct splice tube position and all the time, and correct positioning for constant shrinking quality. Machine is proposed for inline splices, but single-site products can also be handled with specific tooling. Our IR 1891 Shuttle machine receives also an update. Now it's delivered with programmable touchscreen. This will help integrating barcode capabilities as well as MES connection. IR 1891 keeps same mechanical concept, having two working areas. Heating chamber operates on one side, while operator unloads finished products and loads new products on the other side. This concept keeps production constant and achieves a high efficiency level. There are two variants in our catalog apart from standard machine. Air-cooled version, where product is cooled down before removal, achieving improved quality, and double heater version, where heating chamber gains extra depth to process longer tubes. Shuttle machine is focused for single-site production, stub splices, and end terminals like ring type. Fixtures for terminal positioning can be provided with the machine, either selecting one of the standard products or designing a new one for uncommon products. As mentioned before, we have the centering devices for X1 processor and XB series bell heaters. They can be installed anytime. You don't need to plan it in advance. It's the perfect solution for improving quality and efficiency. If you use barcodes identifying batches and processes, we offer you two solutions, wired and wireless barcode reader. Using this will fit our solution in your production structure, avoiding mistakes when selecting shrinking programs. On the other side, if you plan to connect an ultrasonic machine to our products, we have in our catalog all needed communication cables. Customization is also a possibility. We manufacture hardware-like tools for single-site production and develop communication software for MES connection and data transfer. Last production equipment is the Model 105, a tunnel oven able to process a very wide range of products. Shrinking results can be adjusted by working temperature and belt speed. To improve heating efficiency, height cover can be adjusted. After shrinking process, a cooling area ensures fast temperature recovery. Model 105 is intended for big products, harnesses, pipes, but it can also work with small ones, as you can see in bottom left picture. Finally, we have also a solution for the heat shrink laboratory, the AD3050 seal tester. Operated with air pressure only, no electrical power source required, the seal tester will use air to prove correct sealing of tube. This is very useful for dual wall tubes where environments are critical to electric conductors. There's a timer option available, applying pressure during certain amount of time. When splice is properly sealed, no air bubbles appear in the water bath. We can confirm that it's properly closed. On the other side, if there is a leak, air pressure will find it and escape, forming air bubbles, confirming a splice is not properly sealed. As a final hint, since there's no exact rule for heat shrink equipment, please be so kind to contact us anytime with your requirements. We'll analyze your product and offer the best solution, standard or customized, to suit your needs. This is my presentation for heat shrink equipment. Mr. Ralph Custodis will continue. Thank you very much for your attention. Ralph, please, your turn.
Thank you, Narciso. My name is Ralph Custodis, and I'm working as a product manager for HEMS tooling. Now we switch the slide. So this part is talking about our tooling solutions for hybrid electromobility systems, which are characterized by large wire sizes. When we discuss automated large wire production, it is becoming clear that this is an area of rapid growth as well as rapid change. The driver is the electric vehicle production that will increase dramatically. We expect growth rates of 25% or more per year, mainly in EMEA and China. And this can only be made possible with innovations in the manufacturing process. And the challenges are huge even today, in the production place, but also in the product design. Some of the general concerns you can find on this slide. While the key message here is TE can offer a unique advantage to the market. Our application tooling business unit offers in-house automation competence to help making the next generation connector products automation friendly. And at the same time, we develop innovative tools for the optimal processing of these components. Application tooling's ultimate goal is to connect TE's business units with the production floor. Now, from a harness maker's point of view, some of the biggest questions are about how to deal with a dramatic increase in volume in a short period of time. And if you want to stay competitive with the increasing workload of high mix products, you have to turn today's manual workflow into an automated process. And you have to keep an eye on getting it at the highest levels of quality. So an automation strategy is key, but a fully automated termination and assembly line can easily cost over $1 million. And will this be flexible to a versatile product mix? Maybe not. So we believe that there is an easier approach to automation. Here you can see the defined power classes for HEMS products and the TE HEMS connector products applying to this. In the lower end, we have added TE's tooling solutions that cover the full range of HEMS connector products of up to 120 square millimeter wire size. Across the complete HEMS wire size range, we offer only 3 machines, the G2, the G2 Plus, and the HV20, and that's it. These all have been designed for modular tool platforms with quick exchange features, and this is a proven concept for fast change in the production program. If we look at our HEMS tooling, this primarily covers the wire size range from 16 square millimeter up to 120 square millimeter, which relates to connector classes 3 to 5, but also covers the sheet crimps for power classes 1 and 2. Today, most of the applications with wire size of 95 square millimeter or higher use a crimp process only for the sheet connection, and then ultrasonic welding for the wire connection. I'd like to point out that the application tooling is focusing on crimp technology only. So this is the range of our products, and the termination process starts with the wire preparation. Of course, you could argue that it starts with the wire cutting, but as we have mentioned before, the focus on our side is on the crimping process, and here the perfect strip result of a multi-layer shielded wire is the key to good crimp quality. So that's the reason why we designed our own cable prep machine, HVCP, and this deals with single core or multi-core shielded wires for up to 120 square millimeter. Next to that is a versatile and easy to handle tooling platform, the high voltage modular die design. You can see in the middle here. For each TE terminal, there is a dedicated tool available that will be listed in the relevant TE application specification. Finally, on the right, we have our high force terminator that offers 20 tons of crimp force and is equipped with the crimp force monitor. All of these solutions have been designed for the best coordination to work in the networking process. Now let's have a look into the details of each of these. The large wire preparation. The wire prep machine that has been optimized for speed and highest quality of cut. On the left, you can find some of the main features and the schematic of the wire preparation steps. This machine does the entire wire end. That means you just drop the wire and all layers are cut and stripped or partially stripped as you want within a single process. Looking at the benefits, I would like to highlight our IP protected cutting method. This avoids typical cutting problems that you would see with a simple rotary motion unit. So important to know is we not only can apply a fast rotating mode, but also we have a so-called chop mode to propagate through the silicone insulation while the contour blades are kept in a fixed position. This is a unique feature on the market. And this method has proven extremely well to protect underlying structures during the cut, with leaving no marks or signs on the copper or the braid strands. Cycle times for a complete wire end range between 20 and 30 seconds. The tooling change over to prepare the machine for another wire size takes less than 3 minutes. Now the modular die design, the platform builds the heart of our tooling concept. There is a specific design available for each TE terminal or shield ferrule. Crimp dies go into a die holder with crimp height fine adjust and fit into our 20-ton terminator, or we can offer adapters for most of the known third-party terminators on the market. This allows you to use our tools with your existing machines, keeping investment at a favorable level. Every crimp die comes with a terminal locator and a wire stop to make sure that the specified parameters are always kept during the crimp. Those parts are spring-loaded to allow for material flow when higher compression is needed. The crimp dies will have a machine-readable serial number for traceability in future automated production. Now let's have a look at the machine. The high force terminator, this is offering you 178 kilonewtons or 20 tons of crimp force. This terminator can apply a variable crimp speed between 1.3 and 8.3 seconds. Why we have this? Well, this can help to avoid cracking with closed barrel terminals, allowing for the flow of material. To make large wire handling more easy and to best adapt to any product handling restrictions in your place, the HV20 allows for wire entry from the left, from the right side, and from the front. We offer this machine for a 200 volt or 400 volt supply voltage. Interesting is also the high force terminators offer one of the smallest footprints available in the market, making it easy to integrate in any existing shop layout. Now the advanced solutions. Moving into the automated systems, it is of interest that we have equipped our machines with what we call advanced solutions, such as communication and automated quality monitoring. For instance, connected to a manufacturing execution system, MES, not only the machine can receive recipes or parameter sets, but it also can send quality tracking information back to the MES. We have TCQM, which is what we call the Total Crimp Quality Monitor developed. And this is an innovative concept, which is shown here in the machine on the right side. This black part on the top here, this incorporates 3 cameras and a halo for specific lighting to have the best position in the working place. And this is then giving you a best quality monitoring for the pre-crimp check. The cable clamp on the right side here is made active with an air cylinder. So it can either open automatically with a good crimp, making the process for the operator faster, or to stop with a bad crimp. And this is then not giving the wire free until the supervisor releases it. A series of these quality checks for pre-crimp quality checks can be done, like having the right cable size, the correct strip length, or keeping any other wire parameter within the specified limits. You can see these are the checks that we do on the wire. And this will save you from making expensive scrap if, for instance, a wrong wire or a wrong terminal may have been inserted. The vision system, which is the core of the TCQM, uses some of the most innovative technologies like artificial intelligence picture recognition or cloud-based data distribution. Let's have a look at how this is working. The vision terminator comes with 3 cameras and a special lighting halo. We have just looked at this. Then all of the die sets in the future will have a machine-readable serial number. In the design process of the die and the terminal, there is a teaching function being done, and this creates a so-called die data file. The die data file then is stored in the TE web server and made available to our customers. They can retrieve those files through a separate computer, or these can be downloaded directly over the MES connection if this is in place. Finally, there is a special hardware key that enables the machines to activate the vision system. This is very easy, very simple. You always have the assurance that you have the most actual data available, because this is all retrievable here over the web server immediately to your needs. Taking all of what we have here, what is this giving us for the automation piece? And this is what we see here today, the level 2 automation. This is more or less what we see today, but it has the advanced features of the MES connection, the pre-crimp quality monitor, and the crimp force monitor all together. And this makes our machines ready to open an easy migration from a manual process into a highly controlled networking process. At the moment, we see here the bidirectional communication to the MES system. So we have quality data for the job description being stored here. This is communicated with the machine and even checked what the machine sees in this instance. And if this is verified then by the MES system, it gives a green light for the crimp. And so you have a higher degree of the quality all the time. And the bidirectional communication though allows you to program the continuous tracking of quality information by sending data to the machine as well as receiving data from the machine. But it goes beyond. There is more in it that you can do already with these machines. If you go for a high degree of automation, then the next level can be a automated production work cell using a linear transport or rotary table, whatever you see the need for, and allowing for automatic wire transport and handling through the production line. So even a higher complexity machine-to-machine communication can be realized with what the equipment is offering today. Therefore, the investment in our HV equipment is future-proof. It's a very important message to you. We would like to discuss with you your next challenges in automation and how together we could develop into an automated production. So please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. And of course, we will be available shortly after the presentation to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you also to other presenters. We will close the webinar now. Thank you for your attention and for your time. And have a goodbye.